Good morning. Welcome to Valley Vision. I'm Abby Alonzo. Today we have a new face, Mr. Mikey Shiaza. What's up, dude?
Hey. All right. How we doing? Making my Valley Vision debut today.
This is your debut. That's crazy.
Is.
We've been doing this since August.
Something like that.
It's your first time.
Yeah.
So to fill y'all in, Joe is doing his big brother due diligence and supporting his little sister in Orlando for nationals.
For national cheer competition.
Dance?
Yeah.
He's being a good big brother. And our wonderful graphic designer, Mikey Shiaza, decided that he would fill in so we can make sure that we squeeze in one more show before a little bit of a break with everybody out of town this weekend. But we've got some men's basketball. Oof. Yeah. A recap of last night's loss. Women's basketball news, Aneesah Morrow and Angel Reese on another watch list for another award. Some golf awards, and softball's kicking up. So we'll get right into it. A little bit of Tiger Tea I just found as well. So we're going to roll right into it and get this thing going. Before I do that, I want to shout out St. Rock and 7-3 Distilling for sponsoring us and giving us the opportunity to keep this train rolling. We really couldn't do it without you guys. For those of you who haven't had the vodka, the St. Rock vodka partnered with Bayou Traditions, the official collective of LSU's NIL. If you want to give back to these athletes and support the organizations and keep the recruiting top notch and win some more championships, this is a great way to do it. You don't have to sign a huge check, be one of the big boys. You can go buy a bottle of vodka, and some of those proceeds go back to the athletes. And you get some good vodka. Come on. I'm just going to keep saying it until y'all buy a bottle. All right, men's basketball. Lost 88-68 to number 6 Tennessee. So last week, Tennessee was ranked 5th. Going into this matchup, they are 6th. Rightfully so. Wasn't pretty. I don't think LSU got within more than 8 points.
Something like that.
I really don't think. And, in the second half, Tennessee was up as much as 26 points.
Yeah.
26.
I mean, they started off the game 13-0.
Yep.
Tennessee went on a 13-0 run to start the game, and from that point on, I was watching. I was like, all right, this doesn't look too good.
It's not great.
Like, from that point on, it was not really particularly close at all until we kind of had some life in the second half.
Yes, there was a 13-point run,
Yeah.
midway in the second half, and then it just wheels fell off the wagon, burnt out, no gas in the tank. Matt McMahon actually said that. He quote from the presser, the pressure really bothered us. We didn't have anything left in the tank. We couldn't get it any closer than 8. So there you go.
That's not what you want your coach to say.
No,
That's not what you want
but
to
at
hear
least
from
he's
your coach.
honest.
But yeah, at least he's being honest about it.
You know the ironic thing, though? We talk about rebounding with this team. They actually killed it with rebounds last night. They had 40-27. LSU had 40 rebounds. Tennessee had 27. Trae Hannibal had 11. So the rebounding was actually not the issue last night. The offense was. They just couldn't. Yeah, the pressure, which, I mean, you come off a win over now I know it's Arkansas. And I know you made a comment earlier about how, we're 7?
We've lost 7 of our last 8, I'm pretty sure, with Arkansas being the 1 win, and they're ranked 12th in the SEC. So it's an SEC win, but it's not a good one for your resume.
You were hoping that the momentum from that win, the way the offense was moving, would be able to kind of carry over into a tough matchup with Tennessee. And look, I'm not taking anything away from Tennessee. They are a great team, but you were hoping for a little bit more from LSU. They fixed the rebounding issue, and then just the balance was off. You fix one thing, something else breaks. Turnovers still a problem, had 16, so that absolutely didn't help. I'm sure that's got something to do with the pressure that Tennessee was putting on LSU. Will Baker had 16 points. Derek Fountain had 11, but really just couldn't find a rhythm other than that 13-point run in the second half. We knew it was going to be an issue when it was 13-0 to start. Bounce back, maybe, hopefully.
We can only hope at this point.
I don't know. Angel Reese gave the whole team beats right before they left for Tennessee. You know, she gave her team beats, before the South Carolina game. They didn't win that one. She gives the men's team beats before their big matchup with Tennessee. They don't win that one. So maybe get rid of the beats. Maybe it's the beats. Maybe the beats are the problem. Speaking of women's basketball, they are ranked 13th right now, and they are playing Vanderbilt in Nashville tonight. I mentioned at the beginning of the show that Aneesah Morrow and Angel Reese are on another awards list or another awards watch list. They have just been named to the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year Watchlist. Understandably so. Both of them, I think Aneesah's got 14 double-doubles team high this year. Angel's got 13. They play hard. It's physical. Both names should be on that list. I'd like to see one of them win it. Don't we all? Yeah, I'm looking for that team to continue the same momentum they've got. Again, get rid of the beats. I just don't think that's the move.
Go to AirPods.
AirPods are so easily lost. I think I've been through like 6 pairs of AirPods. That's
Really?
not my fault. One time I was getting off a plane from Cabo and
Flex, but okay.
No. Okay, stop. I was there for a wedding, and when I stood up, my AirPod went flying. And I don't know if y'all feel the anxiety of when you're closer to the front of the plane, everybody is already standing in the aisle. So like you can't stop and like look for something. Like you gotta go. So that AirPod is forever gone. I don't know where it's at.
It's in Cabo.
It might be in Cabo. No clue. Anyway, back to the LSU sports stuff that y'all tune in for. Softball is kicking off this weekend. They have opening weekend. They are ranked 14th or 15th, depending on the poll you're looking at, and they host Nichols tonight at 6 p.m. at Tiger Park. They've won the last 33 games against Nichols, so probably going to be 34 after tonight, and then they'll host the rest of the weekend. The 2024 LSU Invitational, Pittsburgh, Memphis. Really kicking it into high gear. And good news, y'all. Y'all been wanting to see me hit a softball, right? It's happening. Sierra Briggs and I are in contact about getting something going either next week or the following week. But it's coming soon. I will be back in the batting cages.
Abby's return to the softball.
I'm returning. No, just
Long
kidding. I might be a
awaited.
little rusty. I'm going to go take some BP before I do that. But we keep talking about me hitting a ball, right? I've been bad at not bad at every other sport, but y'all haven't seen my best yet.
Yeah.
So softball, I'm freaking fired up. All those games are on SEC Network as well. So if you can't make it to Tiger Park this weekend, you know where to find it. Switching over to golf and some more of our ladies doing big things. Gosh, yesterday was National Girls and Women in Sports Day. We didn't have a show, but I do want to shout out all the female athletes, reporters, coaches, staff, people that host podcasts. Me, just kidding. It's really difficult. It's a difficult job, but it's very rewarding. I had made a post on my personal about kind of the struggles that you face as a female in this industry and how tough it can be on a day-to-day basis and just the hurdles that you have to battle every single day. And that's not to take anything away from anybody else in any other field. Everybody goes through it. But shout out to the girls and women that push through and continue to pave the way for the girls behind us. It goes a long way, and I know we deserve to be celebrated. So we'll do just that. We'll continue to do just that. Shout out to women's golf. Latana Stone and Ingrid Lindblad have both received invites to the 2024 Augusta National Women's Amateur, which is in April. Huge deal. Ingrid remains the world's #1 amateur, and she has held that position for 36 weeks.
That's crazy.
GOAT. She was just named the SEC Golfer of the Week after her second place finish in the Puerto Rico Classic. I'm not a huge golf fan. I don't have the attention span for it. But I know how important that is, and I know how good she is. So props to her. We'll see if she can continue that 36 weeks. 36 weeks. You're the world's #1 amateur.
It's almost a full year.
Come on now.
Come on now.
Come on now. Love to see it. Congrats, Ingrid and Latana, for both of you, for making or being invited to the Augusta National Women's Amateur. We'll keep an eye on that. We know it's coming around in April, and we'll make sure that we have some sort of coverage of it. Last things last? Is that a thing? That's not a thing. You say first things first. I started it. Trendsetter. Tiger T. Former LSU guard Alexis Morris has signed a deal to join the Harlem Globetrotters.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So she was a part of the 2023 National Championship team, and her name, you know how they have like names on, is going to be The Show.
That's cool.
So she'll make her debut on Friday, February 9th in Massachusetts, but that's super sick. When I was younger, my mom likes to give like presents that are experiences, right? Not material things, like let's go on a trip, let's go to this dinner, do this activity. And we would always, like for our birthday, me and my brother in January, we would go to monster truck rallies, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Or Harlem Globetrotters. That was our upbringing. We knew in January we were either going to see Gravedigger and freaking, yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Or we were going to see the Harlem Globetrotters. So I got to see them probably 2 or 3 times. So to have a former LSU Tiger on that, I will be making.
I was going to say, you got to go back.
Yeah, I got to. It's been like over 10 years since I've gone to a Harlem Globetrotters game, but I'm all about it. Those things are so fun. It's kind of similar to Savannah Bananas. Well, Savannah Bananas came after the Globetrotters.
With the same respective kind of fun sport.
Entertaining. Yeah. So that's your Tiger Tea for today. I do want to also say we've got, excuse my language, a shit ton of content coming y'all's way. Baseball season's about to kick up. There's a project going on that we are stoked about. We're kind of tying up loose ends and figuring out the details, but we're pumped about it. That will be announced soon, considering opening weekend is next week. Player interviews coming at you all over the place. Again, Sierra Briggs in the next 2 weeks or so. I just found out that my cousin is the head coach of LSU women's tennis, so I'll be giving him a phone call. I found out at Thanksgiving, my uncle pulls me aside, and we have this huge family tree on the wall. I don't know why. And he's like going through the like bracket. It literally looked like a bracket, and explaining how I am like 17 cousins removed from the LSU women's tennis coach, Taylor Frogelman. So, cousin Taylor, I will be making a phone call today to hopefully get some get some tennis content towards y'all. Again, I mean, we're trying to do some sit downs at Empire. I know JV and Toviano from football is in the mix with that. We've got Michaela Williams maybe down the line at the PMAX. So we've got a lot of exciting things going on. We're pumped about it. But if you don't want to miss it, if you want to make sure you see it, you got to hit that sub button. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, subscribe to Valley Vision, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We try to cover as much as we can while making it entertaining for you guys and connecting with you guys. We're trying to build a community, right? We're not just, first, let me say this. We are not experts. I am not an expert analyst. I am a fan covering the sport, connecting with you guys, giving you the full experience of not just the X's and O's, but the stories and the experience. So y'all be sure to subscribe. We appreciate y'all, and we will be back next week.